Sadhguru, how come only you know, why I don't know? This is because you created your own world. You are living in your own world. You have misunderstood your psychological process, your thought and emotion as a world by itself. I got nothing here, it's empty, so I crawl on the earth like a worm. Everything that happens to the soil, everything that happens to the atmosphere happens to me in some way, and here I am, a worm crawling, little fast these days, but still crawling. So I want you to understand, the most important thing that needs to happen in your lives is, right now we are in the university. I've also had the pleasure of being in the university. And I have many fond memories here. I don't want to say how I use this arena, please. So, what I'm saying is, it is possible that every one of us could bring this into our lives. Right now, we are misunderstanding information as attention, or we have replaced information, instead of attention, we have put information. See, information makes you smart with somebody who doesn't have the information, but it doesn't make your life smart. For life, you need attention. Unfortunately, this has happened right from our school days, just heaps of information. No, you need attention. Without attention, you cannot open any door in this universe. Whether you want to progress in your life in terms of, you have to pay attention to people around you, hello. Ask the girls, they will tell you. You have to pay attention, otherwise nothing happens, all right? Either it is that, or it is your economic well-being, you want to do business, you want to do politics, or you want to go deep into spiritual processes, you need attention, not information. Information makes a fool look smart, that's the whole problem with it. Because you can refer to Google and say, it's like this, you know the Galaxy Z65 where it is? Well, nobody knows, it's on your phone, we know that. So I'm saying just information is important to a certain extent, but human attention is being replaced by information. This is a very tragic affair. This is the reason why we have done what we have done to this planet, because we have no attention. We have no attention to feel what's happening around us. Somebody sends me, this is 1 year that I spoke about me missing mangoes, so people have been heaping me with mangoes everywhere since I entered India. But I must tell you, in the last nearly 27, 28 years, this is the first year that I'm in India during the mango season and really enjoying the mangoes. So somebody sent me mangoes cut up like vegetable pieces and they sent it to me. I said, I can't eat this because I can hear the mango screaming. Yes, you must understand this. If you pay attention, life around you, everything around you is alive. This is a living cosmos. How did you become alive? You just soil. How did you become alive? Simply because you captured some amount of life. How much life is question. If you capture an enormous amount of life, you will be a big life. Right, if you just can acquire lots of information, you will be a library, but what do? It's very, very important that this life should be enhanced, means you need attention. Attention is like light. Attention does not focus, attention is not prejudiced. Now this light is here, it lights up everything that there is. If an insect comes, it lights it up. If I'm standing here, it lights me up. This is the nature of light and this is the nature of attention. Instead of information, if we had more attention, we would be far less prejudiced than we are right now, all the time looking for differences. So soil and conscious planet means just this, it is under the banner of conscious planet. Conscious planet means just this, it is not that something else has to become conscious. You and me have to become conscious. What does consciousness mean? See, right now, if you had the brain of an earthworm, you would be very peaceful. Hello? I'm saying this because even so-called spiritual leaders in the world are going about and saying, peace of mind is the ultimate goal of life. Such people will only rest in peace. See, if you want to have dinner tonight, if you want to enjoy your dinner, even if you are not bursting with joy, at least you must be peaceful. Yes or no? Hello? If you want to enjoy the company of somebody who's sitting next to you right now, even if you're not bursting with love, at least you must be peaceful. Hey, I would like to congratulate those 600 the young people who are here, who are, hearing impaired. I'm really fantastic to… it's really fantastic that you are here, and it is absolutely fantastic that the Save Soil message has even reached those who cannot hear. This is fantastic. I will give them extra 3 to 5 seconds to respond to my questions, but you, those of you who have no such issues must respond immediately. Hello? I'm usually used to talking to live people. What's happened to Mysuru city? If I asked you a question now, you must say yes, no, yes or no. If you stay dumb, I'm going to bless you. Okay? The question is, if there was a choice between having a sharp intelligence and a dull intelligence or a blunt intelligence, what is your choice? Okay? So if you have something sharp with you, you must know how to keep it. Hello? If you keep something very sharp in your hand and do like this, intestines will come out. Why we do not give sharp objects to a child's hand is simply this, not because a knife is dangerous, nor is a child dangerous for that matter. It is simply because a child's hand is not steady and child is not very conscious. Unconsciously, he may harm himself or harm somebody else. Right now, this is all the problem with humanity. You have an intelligence. I'm just trying to tell you, in this whole evolutionary process, you are the flower of evolution on this planet. Hello? Where is the fragrance, I'm asking? Because you're really on top of the world. If you look at the pile of creatures, millions of them, you're really on top of the world in terms of intelligence, in terms of competence, in terms of capability, in terms of ability to create something wonderful and also ability to destroy things. You have all this. But why is it human intelligence has become such a big problem? First of all, is intelligence a problem or a solution? Intelligence a problem or a solution? It's a solution. But you say you're stressed, you're anxious, you're this, you're that. There are 72 different varieties of psychological problems in the world. Those of them who are pathologically ill for some reason, that's a different matter, but rest of them who are going through daily miseries, I'm talking to you. Why is your intelligence doing this? Your intelligence is supposed to work for you, not against you. If suppose it so happened, your right hand is 2 fingers, just start poking your eyeballs. What should we do? If there is somebody who cares for you next to you, they'll hold your hand, what are you doing? If it doesn't work, they will tie to the chair. If it doesn't work, maybe they'll take you to the doctor in the eye, he will amputate your fingers, because otherwise you will pull out your eyeballs. So when you do not know how to use a faculty, it'll become dangerous. If your intelligence really is working for you, would you make yourself blissful or miserable? See, you must choose, I'm blessing you, blissful or miserable? That's a good choice. Sometimes what you want for your neighbor may be debatable, but what you want for yourself is very clear. You want the highest level of pleasantness for yourself. If your body becomes pleasant, we call this health. Blessing, blessing, yes? If it becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. I didn't ask, they're saying yes anyway. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call this peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. If your emotions become pleasant, we call this love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call this compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call it success or Mysuru. No, I'm saying this because since when? Beginning of May, 1st of May, I landed in Amman. From there I've been riding through the desert. Some places the temperatures were 54 degrees and I was riding. The winds were blowing at 45, 50 kilometers per hour, almost blowing me off the road, and the dust and everything. Then I thought India will be relief. I came to Gujarat, Rajasthan, woo, sweltering heat all along. Slowly as I came towards Bangalore, little air is cool. At last it's feeling like for the first time after I came here, the clothes are getting wet from outside. Very good thing, you know. Otherwise it's just dripping from inside. So, only for creating pleasantness around you, you need the cooperation of people and forces around you. To create pleasantness of the body, pleasantness of the mind, pleasantness of emotion and energy is 100% your business. Hello? It's 100% your business. If you do this one thing, that if you sit here, you're pleasant by your own nature. If this one thing you do, you will have lot of time and energy to do many wonderful things in the world, and we can definitely save soil. See, you are the only creatures on this planet. Am I using the right word? You are the only creatures on the planet who are referred to as beings, human beings. We don't call an ant being, an elephant being, a tiger being. No, only you are beings, because you are supposed to know how to be. How to be. No, don't clap, come on now. That means if you sit here, you know how to be. If you know how to be, will you keep yourself pleasant or unpleasant? 100%, isn't it? So this one thing you must do in your life, that you know how to be. What is happening around you is not always in your control. Never is in your control 100%. Never in your life it'll so happen that the outside situations are 100% in your control. That'll never happen to you, because always there'll be something happening, one way or the other. But this 1% must happen your way. If this person doesn't happen your way, you're a disaster. Yes or no? Yes. That person is not happening your way, that person is not happening your way, even that one is not happening your way. That's not the problem. This one is not happening your way. This is a tragedy. This one thing if you fix, every damn problem on the planet can be easily fixed, because right now, why has this happened? Why did we do this to the soil? Is there some evil force sitting somewhere wanting to destroy this planet? There is no such force. It is just human beings in pursuit of their happiness, in pursuit of their well-being, turning the planet upside down. Well, you heard of that potato farmer? No? Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, see, to listen to a story, to get a nice story, you must have the right attitude. Once upon a time, Once upon a time, there was a potato farmer. One day, this potato farmer wanted to eat mangoes. And he went looking around in Mysuru University. He even found the right tree. What tree? He found the mango tree. And then he went there, but out of sheer habit, he started digging for mangoes. When he did not find any mangoes, he became furious. He dug furiously. Slowly the tree came upon him. This is the story of humanity right now. In search of happiness, in search of well-being. Tell me, whether you felt happy or miserable, whether you felt joy or misery, did it happen within you or outside of you? Within you. Whether you felt love or hate, did it happen within you or outside of you? Whether it is agony or ecstasy, light or darkness, anything that you ever experienced happened only within you. So, when the whole human experience is being manufactured within you, why are you seeking happiness in the world? That is the basis of soil destruction. This is why Save Soil movement is under the Conscious Planet banner, because what we need is more conscious human beings. Once you are empowered with this level of intelligence, you need to be conscious, otherwise either you'll cause damage to yourself or to somebody else or to everybody around you. This is all that's happening. Right now, every one of us, whether we are conscious of it or not, every one of us are partners in this massive destruction that we have done. Every one of us. The only way is every one of us become partners in the solution. Whatever, irrespective of race, religion, nationality, gender, political affiliations, philosophies, different departments in the university, I have my own experience there, that's why I'm saying. Doesn't matter what, we all come from the same soil. We thrive on the same soil, we go back to the same soil. This is a tremendous unifier. We need to use this not only to turn the soil around, which is a must for our well-being and the well-being of future generations, but this is also one common denominator. You and me may not agree on many things, you and me may have many differences, but we are made of the same soil. This one awareness should at least prevent us from doing terrible things to each other, which is happening in the world in the name of confrontations, fights, they call it politics, they call it war, they call it many things. All that is happening is human beings are doing terrible things to each other and every other damn life on this planet. 67% of the vertebrate population on the planet has disappeared in the last 70 years. I want you to repeat that. How many? 67% of the vertebrate population on the planet has disappeared in 70 years. 84% of the biomass insects have disappeared in the last 70 years. You must tell me, what's the number? Because I want you to talk to everybody around you. 92% of the freshwater aquatic life on this planet has disappeared in the last 70 years. Yes. What is our plan? Do we have a plan? See, Albert Einstein said something terrible about Indians, something very horrible about Indians. He said, Indians can't think beyond 15 minutes. I want to prove he met the wrong Indians. Are you there? Yes. He met the wrong Indians. The right Indians are here. We can think for the future. We can think for our own well-being. We can think for the future generations' well-being. Or are you those people who are calling yourself Generation Z? Generation Z, don't say that, that sounds like the last generation to me. You do A, B, C, otherwise you do 1, 2, 3, that's… numbers are safer, okay? Alphabets are only 26 in English language. This is very important that this life, this is one important thing, all of you, because environment means… those who fight for the environment, war on climate change, they're saying. I said, climate change is bad enough, why do we need a war? They're angry on the streets and screaming and going at everybody, abusing everybody in the world. See, if you get angry, definitely global warming is happening, isn't it? Don't you know this from your experience? So this is not a protest, this is not an agitation, this is not an expression of anger, resentment against somebody. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for the life that we are, and the life that's around us, and the life that should be beyond us. Hello, I want you to say that. This is an expression of our love and responsibility for the life that we are, the life that's around us, and the life that should be beyond us. Please say it. You go home and say it to yourself, okay? Because this is important beyond what normally people understand, because what is in the soil, first 15 to 18 inches of this soil, these microorganisms are actually micro-human beings. Because in your very body, 60% of your body is actually microbial life. Only 40% is your parental genetics. So I was in Sofia, in Europe, and this little girl, 8-year-old girl comes to me and says, Sadhguru, I want to do Save Soil, but my mother, boo-boo-boo. I said, tell your mother she's only 20%. Rest are microbes, we need to serve them also, because without them we cannot be. If all the insects die tomorrow, the life on this planet will end somewhere between 4.5 to 6 years' time. All life on this planet will end, including you and me. If all the worms die tomorrow morning, within 2.5 to 4 years, all life on this planet, including you and me, will vanish. If all the microbes die tomorrow morning, all of us will go with it instantaneously. That's how important they are. We are just a consequence of that life. We don't have an individual existence of our own, because our very bodies thrive on their activity. Out of over 1 trillion microbial life, only 1,400 have been identified as they could cause some harm to you. And how much advertisement for that one virus all over the world? Why no advertisement for the 1 trillion species of organisms which are making our life happen? This has become the news cycle in the world. If you want to be on the headlines tomorrow morning, you have to kill somebody. Life has become like this in the world. If you do something crazy, if you do something damaging to somebody's life, tomorrow you will be in the front pages of the newspaper. If you go and do something really useful, well, you don't have any space anywhere. So this has to change. If this has to change, the youth. Youth means who? All those who are alive are youth. If you're not young, you would be dead. Hello? Doesn't matter what's your number, if you're alive, you are youth. If you're dead, we bow down to you because you've done what you have to do and you have left. Hello? because I've not done this anywhere else, because this is Mysuru, I will allow 3 questions, okay? First we will start from the hearing impaired children. Please, 1 question. If somebody can translate that, and please. Any kind of question, I told you it's a gossip session, you don't have to ask something profound. Okay, if they're getting ready, please somebody else ask. Please raise your hand, who is that here?
Oh, really? Stand up. What do I ask?
You're not tired by riding bike.
Ask. You have to speak.
Okay. Take the microphone, somebody, please.
Pranam Sadhguru.
Yes, where are you, ma'am?
Right here.
Where is right here?
Right
Tell me,
here.
are you 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, where are you?
You're 6 o'clock. Right here. 12. Sorry, 12. 12 o'clock.
Okay, yeah.
Right here?
Yes.
Yes. My name is Inshira. I'm a 28-year-old.
This is not a confession session. You didn't have to tell that.
Okay.
Because of the distance, I was thinking you're 18.
Thank you for the compliment. Sadhguru, I think ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿರಬಹುದು?
Everyone wants to be happy in this life, but without doing anything, how to be happy?
I don't do anything.
ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಹೇಗಾಗೋದು?
I'll come to that. So that brings me back to Mysuru for nearly 40 years ago. It's actually 40 years now. This September, it will be 40 years. This happened, I won't go into all the detail because I've said this many times. In 1982, one afternoon when I had a little break, I went up Chamundi Hill and found my special rock out there. And no, nothing special about the rock, it's a beautiful rock, but because this happened, I was in the United States and one lady comes up and says, "I've been doing yoga for 36 years, nothing happened to me. You went and sat on that rock and everything happened to you, where is the damn rock?" This is like Bodhi tree has become more famous than the Buddha, what to do? So, I just sat there. It's a normal day, eyes open, and suddenly what happened to me was, I did not know, till that moment, I knew this is me, that is you. I have no problem with you, but that is you, this is me. Suddenly I did not know which is me and which is not me. What was me was all over the place. I thought this lasted 10-15 minutes, but when I came back to my normal senses, about 4.5 hours had passed, and I was dripping with ecstasy, every cell in my body. For the first time in my adult life, tears flowing to a point my shirt is all wet. Then I shook my skeptical head and asked to myself, what the hell is happening to me? The only thing that my mind could say is, maybe you're going off your rocker. Then I asked my closest friends, what do you think is happening to me? Some of them said, hey, come on, what did you drink, what did you pop? Did you find mushrooms in Chamundi Hill? This is the kind of things. So I had no context, but I knew I had hit a gold mine. Then I started experimenting with myself. What is it that causes this extreme sense of blissfulness within myself? Then I realized, if I keep my hands off my psychological process, if I keep a little distance between myself and what is happening in terms of thought and emotion, suddenly every cell in my body bursts into blissfulness. Then I experimented about 6 to 8 weeks and I realized this is it. Then I sat down and planned, I was 25. I sat down and planned. On that day, the world's population was 5.6 billion people. Then I said, who would not want to be blissful? Hello? At no cost, like the girl is asking, without doing anything, how can I be? So here I had discovered, without doing anything, I'm bursting with blissfulness. Then I thought, in 2.5 years' time, I'm going to make the whole world blissful. See, 40 years. Incessantly been active, 7 days of the week, 365 days, on an average 18 to 20 hours a day, non-stop. In spite of that, today people say, not for this Save Soil movement, I'm saying otherwise, they say, in 2020 it seems we touched some 2.4 billion people, our video views and things like that. But that is not my idea of the world. Now my idea of the world is 8 billion. So I'm going to die as a failure, that is confirmed for me. But I will die a blissful failure, for sure. And because of that, now I'm 65 and I've become wise enough. When I started the Save Soil movement, I told people, see, at least 4 billion people we must touch. They said, Sadhguru, 4 billion. See, I've reduced from full population to half. 50% I'm asking, at least this must happen. Fortunately, it's happening. So for you to be joyful, see, I want to be joyful is not your idea, it is a natural longing of life. When you are you already revealed your age, otherwise I would have said just a few years ago, but now, 22 years ago, you were a little girl, simply your face was like this all the time, simply joyful. Hello? At that time, somebody had to make you unhappy. Now somebody has to make you happy. What happened to the equation? Why did it go upside down? So the problem is just this. What you call as my body, you acquired it slowly, isn't it? Gathered it. What you call as my mind, also you gathered it. Whatever you gather can be yours, can never ever be you, isn't it? If you just know this every moment of your life, what my body is doing, this is not me. What my mind is doing, this is not me, it belongs to me, all right. If it belongs to you, you will keep it well. Because it's you don't know how to manage it now. If I think this piece of cloth is me, then this is a case, isn't it? Hello? The food, you're doing this every day. Food appears on your plate and you say, this is my food. You eat it and then you say, this is me. This is a serious problem. The moment you believe yourself to be something other than what you are, then miseries will accumulate, not for any reason, simply, without any reason. Nobody has to do anything because people come to me and say, Sadhguru, I can't bear this, my mother-in-law, she's so terrible, my husband, after all, her son, he's that, and my boss is horrible, he's not even human, this. I say, see, you come to the yoga center, I'm telling you also, you come to the yoga center, we'll give you a nice place to stay. We are also building one in Bangalore for your information. Nice place to stay, good food to eat, nothing to do. Only requirement is you must be joyful. We'll take care of you for the rest of your life. Yes, but what I see is, only thing is random, I'll make random checks on you. If I find you miserable, I don't believe in feeding misery. From that day we won't feed you. If you're joyful, we will feed you and keep you wonderfully well. But what I see is 2 days if you leave somebody in one place, they will twist themselves out in so many ways. What is the problem? See, if I am unhappy because I am with you, that is one thing. If I am unhappy when I am by myself, obviously I am in bad company, isn't it? So this one company you must fix, that it is wonderful to be with this person. I want all of you to set a standard for yourself. All of you, at different moments, just look at that one moment in your life when you have been really wonderful. wonderful experience. You were joyful, you were loving, you're feeling wonderful within yourself, you definitely have such a moment, isn't it? So make that the baseline for you. That's your standard. Don't come below that. If you go up, it's fine. Never come below that, no matter what the hell is happening with your life situations. Do not surrender your wonderfulness. This is a commitment you must take within yourself. What is that little voice I'm hearing?
Namaste, Sadhguru.
Where are you? Where are you?
Namaste, Sadhguru. Actually, we have two questions from the deaf students from JSS Polytechnic for Differently Able.
Wait, we'll come to you. We'll come to you.
So there are two students from JSS. First question he wants to ask you. You have traveled to the world for so many days, so would you get time to sleep or traveling all the time?
So, what's his name? I'm sorry.
Name is Rohit.
Rohit. I must tell you this, it's not only in this 100 days in my life, food and sleep never came on time. So, it is important for you to understand this, that if you're too concerned about what is coming your way, what is not coming your way, you will miss a whole world that's already there. So don't… in your life, do not… I'm not saying you should not nourish yourself, you must nourish yourself, but it is not important, it is not that important. When do you eat, when do you sleep? No. In the last 100 days, well, it's another matter, but that is so every day for us, most of us who are with me, that when food comes, when sleep comes, there is no guarantee. Some days it comes, some days it doesn't come, but we're doing fine because it's like this. I was telling you this, I think, but we broke away. I was riding to Bucharest and I was supposed to reach there at 7 p.m. It was approximately about 6 hours ride, but because of inclement weather, and also because of road conditions, we reached there at 11:15. So I had ridden for 9.5 hours in bad weather, and there was a TV interview at 7 o'clock. I was to get there, but I didn't make it, but they were waiting till 11:15. So I parked my motorcycle and went straight into the interview, and 1.5 hours of interview happened. Then after that, this young man who is an anchor is asking me, how do you do this, Sadhguru? After 9 hours of riding, you just walk in, speak for an hour and a half and you're still fine, how is this? And he went on, he repeated at this age 3 times and I didn't like it. I said, see, I've lived my life so intensely, I never had the time to get old. You need lot of time to sit and get old. Thank you. Please, this side, somebody here is shouting. Please take the microphone, quick. Hey, we must close, it's 9:30.
Sadhguru, namaskaram.
Where are you, madam? Oh, yourself, yep.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am a person like you, happy. Happy person, yes. Yes. Okay, I have no problem, sir. And love you very much. Wanted to give you something. But you are such a wonderful person that what can I give you? I was thinking and everybody said, just go and give a book, which you do not read. Obviously, I understand. So I wanted to give you a book that you actually read. So here it is, sir. So just wanted to offer it to you.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
okay, okay,
It's a
okay.
wonderful thing. It's an Archie's comic, so I know that you read that. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay. Anyway, Take the microphone, don't shout, please. Take the microphone. I don't waste time like this, let's finish it, come on.
Hello Sadhguru, Namaskaram. So I've been following you and I missed a chance in meeting you in London. So my question is…
Go into the story, come to the
Yeah,
question.
my question is, through the Safe Soil journey you've showed us to unite the world, and by traveling from London to Mysuru you've told that we have not so far, and you've said by traveling we're together. And after this, how do we stay united after this journey? What motivates us to stay united and do a good for the nation? And sorry, for the world.
See, to divide you have to do something. To unite you don't have to do anything. Because we anyway come from the same soil. Will we realize this now or will we realize this when we are buried? That's the only question, the union. So this is what yoga means. People are continuously asking me, please sit down. People are continuously asking me, Sadhguru, how do you manage this? This is 607th event, I want you to understand. This is madness, all right? People are asking, how do you manage this energy? People are even going about asking, Sadhguru, who are you? This question also has come. See, this is what yoga means. Yoga means union. What does union mean? Right now, are you breathing, everybody? Now check and tell me, don't just agree with me. Check and say, because one day you will not be breathing. Are you breathing right now? One day it will so happen when we check, you will not be breathing. Let that be a faraway day, but that will happen to all of us. So you are breathing right now. This means you are in union with the atmosphere around you. You had your breakfast or lunch, this means you are in union with the soil and the planet around you. So without yoga, yoga means union. Yoga does not mean twisting and turning yourself and looking like a leftover noodle. It is about opening the doors of life, understanding without opening it, there is no life. If you shut these two holes in your nose, these nostrils if you close, there is no life, isn't it? So, without some sense of union, you cannot exist. The problem is, this union is happening unconsciously. Anything that you're unconscious of does not exist for you. Whatever you're not conscious of does not exist for you, isn't it? Right now, I see a huge dinosaur standing there. Don't turn back, don't turn back, don't turn back. There's a huge dinosaur standing there. You are not conscious of it, it does not exist for you, isn't it? It doesn't matter how big it is. Whatever you're not conscious of does not exist for you. If you become conscious that you are actually existing only because you have allowed some union to happen, some yoga to happen, at least you're breathing, you're eating, you're drinking water, this is yoga, but happening unconsciously out of compulsive needs. If it happens consciously, then you don't worry about all these things, union, how to unite, how to part, all this nonsense not necessary, because if you sit here and breathe, the world is going in and going out of you all the time, yes or no? What you exhale, the trees are inhaling. What the trees exhale, you're inhaling every moment. One half of your lungs is actually hanging out there. If you experience this, do I have to tell you what to do with this planet? This is what yoga means. It must happen to you. This is why we are building a center in Bangalore, in Karnataka, so that you don't miss it and you don't complain, Sadhguru, you're in Tamil Nadu, what can we do? Last question, let's finish this. Last question.
Sir, namaste, Sadhguru. Sadhguru, namaste. Hello? Sir, to your left side. Guru, left side, sir. One more deaf person just want to ask the question, sir. Sir, Madam. Sir, ನೀವು ಇಂಥ different moments ತಗೊಂತೀರಾ, how you get an idea, and how I have to do, how I have to inform, how I have to travel, those ideas, how do you get it? And what is the success before you think and you start doing it? it is easy or hard, it's difficult, that you think and you start your journey. That is what please ask.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಯಾನವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಯೋಜಿಸ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ತೀರಿ? ನೋಡಿ, ಜೀವನ ನಮ್ಮೆಡೆಗೆ ಏನನ್ನು ಎಸೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು
You just have to keep this one thing going in your life. You don't keep on asking, why is life throwing this at me? Let life throw whatever it throws at you. What you make out of it is 100% yours, isn't it? Whatever kind of ball, you must be able to hit it. Otherwise, what's the point of that? You go in a cricket match, you say, hey, give me this kind of bowler. You are not a player. So you're alive here, that means you're alive. Don't ask life and life situations to be the way you want them to be. Let them be anyway. You make it the way you want to experience it. That is in your hands. So you must become a willing life. You must become a yes to life, 100% willing life. Right now you're yes, no. If it approves, if your mind approves, you say yes. If your mind doesn't approve, you say no. You must become 100% willing, because in unwillingness, life will not happen. Now, can I tell you a story? This happened… One day, Shankaran Pillai called his three sons. Shankaran Pillai called his three sons and said, you good for nothing fellows, you are not doing any good in your life. The boys were like you. Father, what is good? We don't know what is good. You don't know what is good? You're really good for nothing. Go do something good. But Father, we do not know what is good and we do not know how to do good. Then Shankaran Pillai said, go outside, do something good. You find an old woman and help her to cross across the street or something like that, do. So they went. In the evening they came back, the first son came. Shankaran Pillai asked, did you do anything good today? Yes, Father, as you said, I helped an old lady cross the street. He asked, then after some time the second son came, he asked him, did you do anything good? He said, yes, Father, I helped an old lady cross the street. What, you also helped an old lady cross the street? By then the third son came, did you do anything good? Yes, Father, I helped an old lady cross the street. What? All three of you helped an old lady cross the street, you found three? Or all three of you helping an old lady, what is this? Not just us, Father, we also asked our cousin, Ramu, to come. All four of us. What, all four of us helping one old lady to cross the street? Said, Father, you don't know these old ladies, how stubborn they are. We had to literally carry her by four limbs, holding her. She wouldn't cross. So if you're not willing, nobody can help you. Become 100% yes to life. Doesn't matter. This is why in this culture, on the New Year's Day, which is the Ugadi day, it is not January 1st when you got drunk, it is the New Year's Day, is the Ugadi day. On that day, you are served jaggery, sweetness and neem flower, because whatever life throws at you, it comes sweet, it comes bitter, hit it right. That is the important thing. Let's make it happen. Save soil. Let's make it happen. There is a soil anthem. I don't know if the screens are on. Soil anthem, please. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. This very body is soil. My body, your body, everybody is just soil body. Depleted soils will not quench the fire of hunger. Unquenched hunger can burn the very world. This is a generational responsibility. Save soil. Let's make it happen. Say